The disco hustle was famous in the 70s. It became really famous by the film Saturday Night Fever with John Travolta.
It's quite special to us because we did Saturday Night Fever the musical. We toured the UK and the West End, and Kimmi was my partner. So we had a great experience together. We partner each other very well. We show off. We've been to clubs together, and we just have to pull out a little hustle because you can dance it to pop music, you can dance it to Latin music, and it's always a crowd pleaser.
Yeah.
So
the disco hustle is really nice because it starts with a very simple step, and you can build and build on that step.
It's great for students because it's so fun. It's lively. For some people, it will get them going with dancing because it is fun. You can dance it to club music, like I said earlier, to salsa music.
The most exciting moves, I would say, for the disco hustle is learning the spins, learning how to get around really, really fast. That's really exciting, and then learning some of the big lifts.
The waltz originated in the 1800s, and it's a ballroom dance. It's very elegant. It flows. You need to glide across the floor.
You have to be very, very held, and the lady always leans back and looks over his shoulder unless there's a change of line, and then we can go forward.
It's definitely about the frame.
Yeah.
The man leads, and the lady will just, I'll hold my frame, and the lady will just slot in. The more advanced moves in the waltz would be the spin turns and the double reverse spin turns.
There's lots of footwork, so whenever you go forward, you always go forward with a heel-toe lead, and whenever you go back with a toe-heel lead.
Even though you've got a great frame, you need to look at the technique below.
Yeah, the technique is...
So, whereas if you're watching Strictly Come Dancing, which I'm sure you're all familiar with, a judge like Len Goodman would see all the footwork, and he's great with the technique.
The salsa is a sexy dance, lots of hips, lots of arm movements, quick little steps, slow steps.
It's a social dance, so obviously it originates in Latin America and it's done worldwide. Salsa is very sort of on one level and very low down, and your hips, they move in like a figure of eight movement, and you just keep flowing, it keeps moving, and you never stop. There's some really cool moves you can climb through each other's bodies and
lots of hand
movement. Really cool flash moves.
I think it's fun. Salsa is really fun to do. What do you call it?
Well, it's known as the cha-cha-cha, but short for is cha-cha. And it's one of the Latin dances, which originates from Cuba.
Really playful, really energetic.
Yeah, once you've learnt the salsa and the hustle and all sort of styles of Latin dance, it's the same hips. So once you've got one, you'll be able to do the other. Yeah. In any sort of up-tempo pop song, you can dance the cha-cha to. Jive, which is a rock and roll dance. It's a type of swing dance. It's very fun, very energetic. You bounce around a lot. There's lots of flicks, lots of spins.
This is good with younger kids as well because it's very bouncy. They don't have to think of gliding and staying on one level. It's much more fun, and younger kids really can enjoy the jive.
So with the basic steps for the jive, it's a rock step and a chassé. So you go, the man will go back on the left, the lady will go back on the right. You do a basic rock step, which is the same sort of hips as in salsa or cha-cha. Some of the more advanced steps with the jive, which we really enjoy doing, would be like a lift. There's lots of sort of flick steps, which are more advanced, and spins, turns.
So we'll be offering a 2-hour workshop in social dance, where we can come in and give a demonstration in one style or a style, maybe 2 or 3, whatever you prefer, and then you can have a chance to explore and see what styles suit you and what you would like to do.
Come on, let's go. Lose,